Let's try and have a look at that. Beautiful, the sun just coming through the mist. Actually, Alex, let's see we might line that starling up with it. I don't know what our angles are a bit wrong. No, it's a bit too high.
See the starling?
Just in the bottom right here, so it's a bit tricky with the camera. Oof, there we go. Look at that one. That's more like it. Man, I need to get a stills camera again. Beautiful image. Oh, there's a better one even. Just keeps getting better. Flies biting you. There we go. Awesome. These are your. How does that one look? Looks like a young Birchall starling actually. A little bit smaller than the other two, but definitely Birchalls. And then of course that sun is the glowing ball at the moment. We're looking through a lot of mist in that direction. Let's just try one more angle. So I love playing like this. Let's see if the sun stays, hopefully it doesn't disappear. There we go. That's it. That's the one. Ah. And I know there's different things out here that different people might enjoy, and there'll be different expressions of things, but this is one of my favorite things to do. It's just putting different things in perspective with each other. If you're a very good mathematician, you took the distance between where Alex is sitting and that starling. You took the line between where Alex is sitting and the sun, and you worked out the angles. You'd be able to, relatively speaking, work out the distance between us and the sun. But that's a whole different discussion. I just love this, lining things up with each other. It just gives you a whole new view on things. Very dramatic, like I said from the beginning of this morning. All this mist that's moving through, you can see it just blowing in front of the sun there at the moment. Not quite in front of the sun, it's more between us and the sun, I guess, but you know what I mean. Look at the textures as well. Look at those thorns, big acacia thorns just to the right of that starling. And still more and more moisture coming in. So again, difficult to predict what the weather will do today, but for the moment I just love that. The sun is actually busy disappearing there. Awesome, that was my favorite sighting of the day, I think. Excuse me if I get boring with this. Play around with this a bit more. Nothing else to do really. Just us in the bush to enjoy. Let's have a look at that one again. Doesn't fly. This is one of the adults, like I said. That starling we were looking at earlier was a juvenile. Didn't quite have that long tail feathers yet. And this is one of the adult Birchall starlings. Just while this Birchall starling is busy grooming it, or grooming itself. I like that a lot. That's very pretty. Just a question that came through from Liz, all the way from New York, which, I don't know, Liz, it must be about 11:30 at night there now, asking about this hippo we looked at earlier, old Humgo, if he's got a mate or if there's any prospects of a mate on the horizon. Yeah, there's always the prospect of it. Unfortunately, this area that we're up here in the sort of northern Sabi Sands is not really ideal hippo habitat, because we don't have massive bodies of water or a big river like you do have further south. So there's not that many hippos moving around. So what most likely will happen is, as he gets bigger, he might head south and go and try and find himself a territory that's more attractive to females. But it's obviously not impossible. About a month ago, Alex, how long ago? 2 months ago. And the female and the youngster was here.
I was actually on my leave here.
Oh, is it? So
6
weeks ago, yeah. There was actually a female with a calf that was here for a while, but they then moved on. One of those strange things. She actually came from the north, so there's definitely a chance of him finding a mate, but it's not really in the prime area for that. I really enjoyed these starlings. Let's move on a little bit. Alex is liking that as well. Keeping in mind that starling is literally waiting for the sun. That's why it's grooming now. As the sun comes up and it gets a bit hotter, grooming actually gets easier for the bird. And you can see how it's sitting front to the sun. It's facing slightly away from us. So just getting all the rays from the sun, both to warm up the body, warm up the oils on the feathers as well, so they can groom themselves better, and also to get a bit of vitamin D. It's something you see often with your water birds, where they actually sit with their wings open to absorb as much as they can from the sun. Very nice, Alex. Little foot scratch there was nice. Okay, let's move along. Whoop. Let's try the other gear.